Welcome back to the Roadside Rescue YouTube channel. On today's video, we have a car that's letting the exhaust through the air vents whenever you turn the air on, and sometimes whenever you're just idling even with the air off. So we're going to go ahead and replace the exhaust manifold gaskets on that and look around and see if there's a leak anywhere else. Okay, so first thing I need to do here is replace these hood struts. The hood won't keep itself up. This episode is sponsored by Andanda boots. I've been using these Andanda work boots for a few days, and overall I really like them. As many of you guys know, I almost always work in Crocs. It's getting cold outside, and I'm going to give these boots a try. These boots actually don't have any metal in them, but they're super safe boots. They've got a fiberglass toe cap, and they even have a Kevlar insole that can help prevent punctures. They're pretty lightweight, and the sole is actually pretty foamy and comfortable. This leather material on the outside is weatherproof. And here's a look at that puncture-resistant Kevlar liner. And they're slip-proof as well. Again, overall, I like these boots. I've been wearing them for a couple of days. I didn't even have to break them in. The first time I wore them, I could wear them for a couple of hours. They'll accommodate pretty wide feet, and my feet are pretty skinny, and they tightened up pretty tight and were real comfortable on my feet as well. Check out the link in the description if you're interested in some boots like this. Thanks again to Andanda Boots for sponsoring the video. Back to the video. Now that's 1,000 times easier to work under here. We've got a bunch of exhaust gas coming into the air conditioning vent. Alright, so it's just been a few minutes up until now. I've taken the nuts off and I've gone ahead and taken the 3 studs on the top out. There isn't enough room here to do much with the exhaust manifold, as you can see. I could probably have a few millimeters worth of squish room right there, but if I take these studs out, that's all I need to slide the new gasket into place, and I can line up the 3 top holes, and then I know that the 3 bottom holes will be lined up, as long as we have 2 or more of those holes lined up on that gasket. And that makes it super easy to do. So now I just take out the 3 bottom studs, and I'll show you that. Just using these little E-Torque sockets to remove those studs. So I just get my wrench on it there. You can see right through that little hole. That socket goes right onto the edge of that, right onto the end of that stud, right there. Okay, here's that end of that stud, little E-Torx and a little E-Torx socket. They work together, and these studs are pretty easy to take out if they're not super rusty. One more. All right, here's the last stud. Okay, now I can grab the old gasket and pull it out here a little bit. You can see all the carbon and oil on that from it leaking. Those burned out areas right there. All right, now we want to get a lot of cleaner in there, so I'm going to go grab a can of cleaner. We just want to make sure we get all that soot out of there, but it should wash off pretty easy. Got some Brett Clean. And we can gently pry this back a little bit. All right, now I've got our new gasket here. It goes in this direction, and I'm going to slide it in there. Okay, so I gently just slid the new gasket mostly into place. I'm going to get one stud going and then finish lining it up and get a second stud in. And then at that point, I'll put all 6 in and then tighten everything down at the end. All right, and that's it for this top side. And it's just a matter of driving it up on some ramps or jacking it up and doing the bottom side. It's a V engine, and this one's almost vertical here, which makes this back head sit off at about that angle. The head's actually pretty accessible underneath. Now, after I did the gaskets on the bottom side, I noticed that there was actually a little bit of a leak in the exhaust pipe as well, making this leak particularly bad, and that's why it was really strong inside the cabin of this car. Although the smell isn't 100% better, it's pretty close. All right, and let's use these nice new hood struts one last time here. That's a job well done. Ah, so much better. Well, that was a pretty fun job. I'm back in the truck. My feet are usually freezing, probably because these Crocs have a ton of holes in them, so that's definitely a plus one for wearing boots because my toes weren't cold. Everybody always asks about the Crocs. Why? That being said, having steel-toed boots honestly gives me a peace of mind I didn't know I was missing before, so I'll probably be more likely to wear these often. They're actually really comfortable as well. I've been on my feet for a couple hours, and they're quite comfortable. The bottom's actually really squishy. If you're interested in these boots, check out the link in the description, and thanks again. That's a job well done, and I'll see you on the next episode.